Hereditary is a new horror film that tells the story of a family that lives in a big old house in the middle of nowhere. A very nice setting for a horror film. And the mother developed a career out of making miniature. She makes miniature that looks like houses, schools, and you learn that her past is filled with tragedies. Her mother recently passed away, and as she makes those miniature, she starts to feel as if there's something in the house, some presence. And now we have a horror film. I've heard a big buzz about this film. I've heard how this is gonna be the next Exorcist, how this is our generation big horror film, and of course I was excited. Okay, I love horror film, and I went into this film so excited, and from the first shot alone I understood this is gonna be something special. If you like horror film with jump scares, maybe you shouldn't go. Then I will suggest you to see Ghost Stories that came out this year. I think it will better suit you. But if you like a horror film with long burn and with tension, with atmosphere and complex characters and a story that filled with tragedies, Hereditary is gonna be the best film you've seen since maybe The Babadook. I love this film. Each time you think you know where this film goes, it surprises you. Every single time you can go to a horror film and get the usual things, you know, jump scares, regular stories that you probably know how each scene is gonna turn out, and that's fine. I like that. I see tons of those kind of films. Usually with those kind of film, the main character will probably lose her mind in the last part of the movie, in the third act. But here the main character, played by Toni Collette, loses her mind after the first 30 minutes of the film. So we still have an hour and a half left to go. A tense, suspenseful hour and a half. The why and how they lose the mind I don't want to get into, because I feel like it will just will ruin the experience. The writer-director Aster is a man that knows imagination. His approach of less is more, the less you show, the more the scary, works brilliant in this film. There are so many sequences of like 2 seconds that you get a shot of the corner of the house, and maybe there's something in the shadows. Maybe the light just turn off for a split second and you get like, was that a person? I think it was a person. There are so many homages to all this film from the 60s, and it was just delight to see. The shots are long, just the editing is so, Ari has to just take his time with the shots, and you can see the people just acting and emote all their feelings, and it was beautiful. I adore the way this film was directed. Ari Aster did magnificent work, and this is just his first feature film. This movie got me, guys. Like, after I saw it, I went to bed and I slept with all lights off, like totally black. And when I lie in my bed, I open my eyes. Is there someone is in my room? There are things in the corner of some frames, in the shadows. It's a wide shot, and it's there for a very long time. And you wait for a jump scare to like release you, and you don't get that. So you start breathing very, very slowly and becomes so on edge. I love when movie does that, especially horror film. I'm sick with just like false jump scares and stupid characters. Thank you, Aster. Thank you. The young child played by Shapiro, amazing. This is her first performance, and she was so disturbing. And she need to sell all of that through very little dialogues. There is a scene with her that I will never forget. The film just filled with those sequences and those images, and you just throw it on you, and you're like, so many sequences that I will never forget. We learn from them, obviously, because this is how you really scare someone. You don't accompany this with just loud noise. You put it on screen quietly, and when the audience notice that, you just getting shocked and just locked down. And this is real horror. This is really how to scare somebody. And I can talk about Toni Collette for an hour. Amazing performance. She emotes and delivers such a wide range of emotion, almost in every scene. She'll be realistic and insane in the same scene. This is probably the best woman performance I've seen so far this year, and though I think the Academy tend to look down on genres, last year they did nominated Get Out, so maybe we can get this year Hereditary. Academy, if you can hear that. Guys, I'm not kidding. I really love this film. I don't think I saw such a great horror film since the Babadook. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're more of a jump scare person, then you probably don't like this film. It's a Babadook. It's a Tale of Two Sisters. It's an Exorcist. It's a Psycho. It's just a film that, beside of being a generic horror film, it's also a very strong drama about how a family deal with tragedy and with mental illness. All those themes are being delivered through extremely well directed film, masterfully acted, brilliantly shot. I have just one issue. In the end of the film there is an exposition which I didn't need that, really. Beside that, I'm gonna give Hereditary a 9. Guys, have you seen Hereditary? What's your thought about this film? This is probably has the best opening shots of the year. Tell me in the comments down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching again. Press the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you already haven't, and I will see you in the next video.